Yeah, where I'm from, being such like a small community, we sit around and we tell stories and we listen to stories and we hear the same ones over and over again, but they get better every single time you hear them.
Yeah, they keep embellishing.
Yeah. My daddy tells this story about like hitting the fence on his horse and flying 5 feet. The next time he tells the story, he's like, and then I flew through the air 10 feet.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of country superstar Lainey Wilson. From her bold lifestyle and booming earnings to all the latest buzz you don't want to miss. If you love country charm with a splash of fame and fortune, hit that like button and subscribe so you're always in the loop. Let's get started. Early life. Born on May 19, 1992, in the small rural town of Baskin, Louisiana, Lainey Danae Wilson was raised in a deeply rooted Southern community that would become a bedrock of her musical identity. Baskin, with a population of barely 300, was the kind of place where Friday night football games, church gatherings, and country living shaped the rhythm of life. For Lainey, it was also the place where her love for music took root, shaped profoundly by her close-knit family, and the strong values of hard work and resilience that surrounded her. Lainey grew up in a blue-collar household with her father, Brian Wilson, a farmer, and her mother, Michelle, a schoolteacher. Her parents instilled in her a strong work ethic and an unwavering belief in following her dreams. Music was more than just entertainment in the Wilson household, it was a way of life. Her father, a fan of classic country music, introduced her to legends like Buck Owens, Glenn Campbell, and Dolly Parton, while her mother supported her early performances and creative pursuits. The support from her family, especially her father, who built her a stage in the backyard, created an environment where her talents could flourish from a young age. Lainey's musical journey began early. By the age of 9, she was already writing her own songs, crafting lyrics that reflected both her personal experiences and the Southern storytelling tradition she was raised on. She taught herself to play guitar in her early teens and began performing locally, often playing at fairs, festivals, and church events. One of the earliest pivotal moments came when she impersonated Hannah Montana for local events and birthday parties. This unique gig not only gave her performance experience, but also taught her how to entertain and connect with a crowd. During high school, she embraced every opportunity to perform, and her reputation as a talented singer-songwriter began to grow throughout northeastern Louisiana. But it wasn't just her musical talent that defined her. It was her determination. Even before finishing high school, Lainey had set her sights on Nashville, knowing that the road to a music career would be long, uncertain, and full of challenges. After graduating, Lainey made the bold move to Nashville in 2011, living in a camper trailer parked beside a recording studio for the first few years. The transition was far from glamorous. She lived without electricity or running water at times, but those early hardships cemented her drive and commitment to her craft. During this period, she networked relentlessly, writing songs during the day and playing shows or open mics at night. One of the critical early relationships in her Nashville journey was with songwriter and producer Jay Joyce, who would later play a vital role in shaping her sound and career trajectory. Lainey Wilson's early life was marked by a blend of small-town tradition, a nurturing yet hard-working family environment, and an almost stubborn determination to break into country music. The stories she heard growing up, the values she was taught, and the rugged rural landscape of her childhood all became part of the foundation of her unique songwriting voice, one that blends modern grit with classic country soul. Her early years were not just a prelude to fame, but a crucible that forged the authenticity and emotional depth that now define her music. Career and success. Lainey Wilson's rise to country music stardom is a story of grit, authenticity, and a relentless pursuit of her artistic vision. After years of perseverance in Nashville, living in a camper trailer and writing songs day and night, Wilson's hard work began to pay off when she signed a publishing deal in 2018, followed by a recording contract with BBR Music Group. While her early releases, including her self-titled EP and singles like Middle Finger and Workin' Overtime, started building buzz, it was her 2020 breakthrough single, Things a Man Oughta Know, that catapulted her into the national spotlight. The deeply personal, yet universally relatable song resonated with audiences and critics alike, eventually climbing to the top of the Billboard Country Airplay chart and solidifying her as a force in modern country music. From that moment, Lainey's career trajectory was unmistakably upward. Her major label debut album, Sayin' What I'm Thinkin', 2021, showcased her distinct blend of traditional country, southern rock, and vivid storytelling. Songs like Dirty Looks, WWDD, a tribute to Dolly Parton, and the hit title track highlighted her raw lyrical honesty and unapologetic southern flair. Her style, often labeled bell-bottom country for its nostalgic yet bold aesthetic, quickly set her apart in an increasingly polished Nashville scene. A pivotal moment in Wilson's career came when she was invited to tour with country giants like Jason Aldean and Morgan Wallen, giving her exposure to massive audiences and helping her cultivate a devoted fan base. Yet, perhaps no collaboration was more defining than her work with Hardy on the hauntingly powerful duet Wait in the Truck, 2022, which tackled themes of domestic violence with cinematic grit. The track earned both artists widespread critical praise and multiple awards, including Collaborative Video of the Year at the CMT Music Awards and Musical Event of the Year at the CMA Awards. Wilson's momentum only accelerated with the release of her sophomore album, Bell Bottom Country, 2022, a project that firmly established her as a creative visionary and genre-defying talent. The album spawned hits like Heart Like a Truck, a soulful anthem of resilience, and Watermelon Moonshine, which captured nostalgic romance with a poetic edge. Her performance style, earthy, magnetic, and emotionally charged, earned her comparisons to legends like Miranda Lambert and Reba McEntire, while still maintaining a voice all her own. In 2025, she won ACM Entertainer of the Year for the second year in a row and earned Album of the Year for Whirlwind. She also released a deluxe edition of Whirlwind with new tracks and launched her first world tour, solidifying her place as one of country music's leading stars. Beyond music, Wilson broadened her reach with a successful acting debut on the hit series Yellowstone in Season 5, where she played a character named Abby, remarkably close to her real-life persona. This crossover into television not only introduced her to a wider audience, but also underscored her versatility as a performer and storyteller. From camper trailer struggles to chart-topping success and red carpet dominance, Lainey Wilson's career is a portrait of resilience, vision, and heart. Her evolution as an artist has not only redefined modern country music with a soulful, rock-tinged edge, but also cemented her as a generational voice with a lasting impact. Her growing list of accolades and ventures suggests that she's not just having a moment, she's building a legacy. Income and net worth. Lainey Wilson's rapid rise to stardom has not only made her one of the most recognizable faces in contemporary country music, but it has also translated into significant financial success. As of 2025, Wilson's estimated net worth ranges between $5 million and $7 million, a figure that continues to grow steadily as she expands her presence across music, television, and brand partnerships. Her income is the result of a multi-stream approach, built on hit records, sold-out tours, television exposure, and strategic lifestyle branding. The core of Wilson's earnings comes from her career as a recording artist and songwriter, where her growing catalog of music continues to generate substantial revenue. Her reputation as a prolific songwriter, with writing credits not only for herself, but also for other artists, further enhances her royalty income. Additionally, the physical sales of vinyl records, limited edition merch bundles, and exclusive releases through fan clubs and retail partners have added to her financial base, solidifying her status as a rising commercial powerhouse in country music. Another major revenue driver is her live performance income. Wilson's touring schedule has ramped up significantly since her mainstream breakthrough, with her headlining Country with a Flair tour and high-profile opening slots for artists like Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen. Ticket sales from these tours, along with merchandise revenue, bolstered by her signature style and branding, have become a critical part of her financial success. Her stage presence, charisma, and connection with fans have made her a top draw in the country touring circuit. Wilson has also started to build out endorsement and brand partnerships, particularly in the fashion and lifestyle space. Her distinct retro country aesthetic, dubbed bell-bottom country, has made her a fashion icon in the genre, leading to collaborations with Western and country-inspired brands. These partnerships, along with social media sponsorships and potential licensing deals, add yet another layer to her income profile. While Wilson is still in the earlier stages of her career compared to long-established artists, her financial growth is impressive and accelerating. Lifestyle insights. As her musical career flourishes and her brand continues to expand, Lainey Wilson's lifestyle has come to reflect the very essence of who she is: unapologetically authentic, fiercely grounded, and driven by creativity, heart, and humor. Her journey from rural Louisiana to country music stardom hasn't changed her roots. It's only made them more visible in the way she lives, dresses, and gives back. Wilson's lifestyle is a vibrant mix of Southern charm, artistic freedom, and a growing sense of purpose beyond the stage. When she's not performing or recording, Lainey embraces a laid-back yet adventurous life steeped in her country upbringing. She's a self-described old soul who loves spending time outdoors, whether it's riding four-wheelers, sitting around a bonfire with friends, or relaxing on her family's farm. Despite her fame, she still treasures the simple pleasures, like eating home-cooked meals, writing songs on her back porch, or hanging out with her dog, Hippie May. Wilson also has a quirky and well-known passion for bell-bottoms, which started in her youth and eventually became a cornerstone of her personal brand. Her extensive collection of flare-legged pants isn't just a fashion statement. It's a symbol of her individuality and throwback spirit, earning her the nickname Queen of Bell-Bottom Country. Her personal style extends far beyond just the pants. Lainey's fashion sensibility is a bold blend of retro Western and rock and roll flair, aesthetic choices that are as much about self-expression as they are about setting trends. From wide-brimmed hats and fringe jackets to custom boots and metallic accents, Wilson's wardrobe reflects a larger-than-life persona rooted in authenticity. She's become a style icon in the country music world, inspiring fans and designers alike with her fearless flair. Philanthropy and community are also central to Lainey's lifestyle. She's an active supporter of mental health awareness, particularly in rural communities, and has spoken openly about the emotional toll of fame and the importance of staying mentally grounded. She's participated in fundraising efforts for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, disaster relief campaigns, and local youth programs, always making time to give back to the places and people that shaped her. Whether performing at benefit concerts or using her platform to amplify important causes, Lainey remains committed to helping others rise alongside her. Wilson is also deeply passionate about women's empowerment in country music. She's often used her voice to advocate for more representation, inclusion, and recognition of female artists in a historically male-dominated industry. Her support of fellow rising artists, through collaboration, mentorship, or just vocal encouragement, has earned her respect within the Nashville community as both a leader and a team player. Despite her rising fame, Lainey has largely avoided major controversies, choosing instead to focus on her work and values. One challenge that brought her personal life into the spotlight was her father's serious health scare in 2022. Rather than shy away from the situation, Wilson shared her family's journey publicly, balancing her tour obligations while helping care for her dad during his recovery. The experience brought her closer to fans, who admired her strength and vulnerability, and it reaffirmed her deep family bonds. She has credited moments like these with reshaping her outlook and reminding her of what matters most. Relationships and personal life. Following her bold lifestyle rooted in authenticity, self-expression, and Southern grit, Lainey Wilson's most defining relationships, both personal and professional, reveal a woman whose values are as grounded as her voice. At the heart of Lainey's world is her family, who remain her greatest source of strength and inspiration. Raised in the tiny town of Baskin, Louisiana, Lainey has always credited her parents, Brian and Michelle Wilson, with instilling the character and work ethic that define her. Romantically, Lainey has found lasting love in Devlin Duck Hodges, a former NFL quarterback turned outdoorsman, and Lainey's steady presence offstage. The couple confirmed their relationship publicly in 2023, making their red carpet debut at the ACM Awards. Since then, fans have admired the genuine, grounded dynamic they share. Both proudly Southern, both fiercely supportive of one another. In February 2025, Devlin proposed to Lainey in an intimate setting at the historic George Jones estate in Tennessee, surrounded by candlelight and framed photographs of their relationship. According to People magazine, the couple is planning a November 2025 wedding, with a romantic Southern ceremony to take place under the sprawling oak trees of a private countryside estate outside Leiper's Fork, Tennessee. The venue, known for its rustic elegance and seclusion, perfectly reflects the couple's shared love of nature, music, and timeless tradition. In interviews, Lainey has described Devlin as her biggest cheerleader, crediting him with keeping her grounded through the hectic pace of her rising fame. She says the key to their relationship is intentionality, always making time for one another, even when their careers pull them in different directions. Their bond reflects Lainey's values: loyalty, balance, and love rooted in friendship. Professionally, Lainey has forged deep connections within the country music world, building a community of collaborators and kindred spirits. Her standout duet with Hardy on the award-winning Wait in the Truck not only elevated both of their profiles but also blossomed into a lasting creative friendship. She's also developed strong ties with fellow artists like Ashley McBryde, Miranda Lambert, and Cody Johnson, all known for their fierce artistry and commitment to authenticity. These relationships go beyond business. They're built on mutual respect, shared struggles, and the desire to uplift one another in an industry that often pits artists against each other. Lainey's reputation in Nashville is that of a genuine salt-of-the-earth team player. Whether she's headlining a tour or showing up at someone else's gig, she's known for remembering names, mentoring up-and-coming artists, and bringing warmth to every green room and stage she steps into. That kindness and loyalty make her one of the most beloved figures behind the scenes, not just in the spotlight. Despite her rising profile, Lainey has stayed largely clear of scandal or controversy. One moment that did bring unexpected attention was the viral social media conversation around her body transformation in late 2022 and early 2023. Instead of shying away from the subject, Lainey responded with grace and humor, saying simply, "If my butt gets more people listening to my music, so be it." Her response sparked a wave of support and further strengthened her image as someone who doesn't take herself too seriously, but takes her work and her values to heart. Ultimately, Lainey Wilson's relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, reflect the very best of who she is: loyal, loving, rooted, and real. Her connections haven't just supported her success, they've shaped it. With a wedding on the horizon, a tight-knit family behind her, and a tribe of fellow artists cheering her on, Lainey's world is rich with love and intention. These bonds are more than part of her story. They are central to the legacy she continues to build as one of country music's most authentic and beloved stars. Real estate. As her relationships and personal values continue to deepen, Lainey Wilson's growing real estate portfolio offers a new lens into her evolving life, one that honors her rural roots while embracing the comforts and beauty of success. Though she is still early in her ascent compared to long-established industry icons, Wilson has already begun crafting a home life that blends Southern warmth, retro flair, and a deep appreciation for peace and privacy. Lainey's journey in Nashville began with true grit. Upon arriving in the city in 2011, she lived in a 20-foot camper trailer parked on a friend's lot, enduring makeshift living conditions, one she humorously recalls flooding the shower and dealing with a rotting floor. But it became a symbol of her dedication and perseverance in those early years. Fast forward to today, and Lainey now resides on a sprawling 30-acre estate just outside Nashville, a home she acquired around 2021 that serves as both sanctuary and creative haven. The property features a charming brick home nestled in gently rolling landscapes, complete with a covered front porch ideal for enjoying quiet mornings, and a country-style kitchen with white cabinetry, reflecting her love for rustic elegance. While she keeps the number of rooms private, glimpses in her music video for "Things a Man Ought to Know" have offered fans a peek into her living space's warmth and authenticity. The overall aesthetic leans into rustic charm and understated sophistication, embodying the values of sincerity and soul that also define her music. Beyond her Nashville retreat, fans were buzzed by speculation following Lainey's engagement at country legend George Jones's former estate. A 9,000-square-foot mansion on 25 acres in Franklin, Tennessee, once built by Jones himself. That property, listing for about $5.95 million, includes lavish features like a pool, guest house, horse stables, and arena. Despite the speculation, Lainey has confirmed she did not purchase the home. But the romantic choice of venue speaks to her connection with country music history and star-studded roots. The estate Lainey owns, however, beautifully mirrors her identity, private yet inviting, richly Southern yet refreshingly personal. It's a place where creativity thrives, family roots are honored, and peace can be found away from the bright lights. Looking ahead as Lainey prepares for her November 2025 wedding, industry insiders suggest that she and fiancé Devlin Duck Hodges, who works in real estate, may explore adding a historic farmhouse near Baskin, Louisiana, to their portfolio. Such a property would symbolize a full-circle connection to her childhood hometown and heritage, though this remains speculative for now. In the end, Lainey Wilson's real estate choices are as authentic as her artistry. From a humble camper to a sprawling countryside retreat, every space she inhabits speaks to her journey. Her homes aren't just backdrops, they're stories of determination, homegrown pride, and the kind of grounded success that she lives and sings into existence. Cars and vehicles. Just as her real estate journey reflects a transition from humble roots to Southern sophistication, Lainey Wilson's relationship with vehicles is a continuation of that story, one that blends function, flair, and a firm connection to her country upbringing. Lainey's first car wasn't a high-powered luxury SUV or exotic import. Instead, it was a Chevrolet Trailblazer, a mid-size SUV that perfectly suited the lifestyle of a small-town Louisiana teen with big dreams. In interviews, she's mentioned how the Trailblazer was her freedom machine, offering her the independence to drive between gigs, writing sessions, and school events in her hometown of Baskin. It wasn't fancy, but it was hers, and it represented the start of her journey down the long road to Nashville. As her career took off, so did her access to better wheels. Today, Lainey is known for her love of classic trucks, especially vintage models that evoke the rugged charm of rural Americana. One of her favorites is a restored Ford F-100, a throwback pickup truck that mirrors her retro-inspired aesthetic and down-to-earth vibe. The truck has made appearances in some of her music videos and social media posts, serving not just as a vehicle, but as a symbol of who she is, rooted, tough, and timeless. Despite her growing fame, Lainey hasn't shown a strong preference for flashy or ultra-luxury vehicles. Instead, her rides tend to reflect her lifestyle, practical, country cool, and true to her brand. She has also been spotted in a blacked-out GMC Sierra, a rugged, reliable truck perfect for hauling gear, boots, and bandmates while on tour. When it comes to touring, Wilson typically travels by luxury tour bus, a staple of modern country artists who spend months on the road. Her current bus reportedly features a cozy lounge space, bunk rooms, and a small kitchen, decorated in her signature bell-bottom meets boho style. While not much is known about her air travel preferences, Lainey has occasionally shared glimpses of private jet rides, especially when hopping between performances or award shows, a clear sign of her rising stardom and busy schedule. In the end, Lainey Wilson's vehicle choices, much like her music and image, are a testament to her authenticity. From her Trailblazer days in Baskin to cruising in a vintage Ford truck on stage, her ride isn't just a way to get around. It's a reflection of who she is: real, resilient, and always moving forward. That brings us to the end of this story. If you enjoyed it, don't miss the other celebrity journeys waiting for you on screen. Thanks so much for watching.